This video is going to help you with writing functions with exponential decay so you can see a few problems worked through to help you get started. Carbon-14 is an element that loses about 10% of its mass every millennium, which is 1,000 years. A sample of carbon-14 has 600 grams. So we're going to write an equation. We're not solving for anything, simply writing an equation using t as our variable because that's what Khan gives us. So I know if I use y equals a times b to the x, a is going to be the initial value, which is 600. And then we have our rate of decay, which is 10%. So I'm going to take 100% minus 10% to get 90%. Change that 90% into a decimal, and this gives me the decay factor. And again, Khan says use t, so we'll use t. This is going to go in the box. Perfect. Let's do another one. Nana has a water purifier that filters 1/3 of the contaminants each hour. She used it to purify water that had 1/2 kilogram of contaminants, and we're going to use t once again for our variable. So we know that it starts with 1/2 kilogram of contaminants. Now, in order to find the decay factor, I'm going to take 1 minus 1/3. And this one's probably going to be easier to keep as a fraction. So 2/3 is going to be our rate. It's going to be our decay factor. We took the rate of decay, subtracted it from 1 to find the decay factor. Now I'm going to put the exponent, which in this case is t, and I'm going to type that in. 1/2 times 2/3 to the t power. Let's just do another one again for good measure. If you're ready to go, you don't have to keep watching, but some people might find it helpful. The country has decided to reduce its carbon dioxide emission by 35% each year. The country emitted 40 million tons of carbon dioxide, and we're going to use t as our variable once again. So we know that they start with 40 tons, and we have our rate of decay, which is 35%. To find the decay factor, I'm just going to subtract out 35% to get 65%. Converting that to a decimal, we get 0.65, and that is our decay factor. T is the variable, so I'll type all of this in the box. Again, you're not solving for anything. We're literally just making equations, and you are good. Perfect. Take notes on this, especially the parts that stayed the same, like finding the decay factor, like finding the initial value, because that's going to help you with the rest of the problems.